I've been meaning to ask you a question. Is there something bothering you? For how long? Wow, that's a long time. Do you feel like you're ready to let it go now? Good. And if you're ready to let it go, I'm going to talk about 4 strategies today that can help you release the stress of anger and resentment. These stresses are causing more illness and headache and heartache in the world than we could possibly imagine. And there are ways, concrete solutions to deal with this. What is bothering you, get it off your chest, move on, and have a fabulous spring and summer. So there's 4 strategies I'm going to talk about today. And strategy number 1 is to acknowledge that you're angry. It seems like a simple step, but so often people just don't even want to acknowledge it. And ignoring the fact that you're angry is like ignoring a big, fat, smelly elephant sitting in your living room. It's there, and to simply just say, no, I think something just went bad in the refrigerator. That's a disservice to you. So step number 1 is to simply admit you're angry. Anger is a friend in that it gives you a red flag. Hey, there's something going on with me and I need to deal with it. Step 2 is to identify, and I mean clearly identify the source of your anger or agitation. When you walk around unclear about why you're angry, it's like, walking about with a loaded gun and you don't have any aim or direction. And who do you think gets hurt as a result of that? You get hurt as well as the people who are around you. Your friends, your family members, colleagues, and co-workers. So get clear on why you're angry. One powerful question that you can ask yourself is, what's bothering me most right now? Strip back all the other layers and the distractions and get centered in yourself and ask, what is really bothering me in this moment? And that's going to give you some real clues about the source of your anger if there's any confusion. Number 3 is to create a plan to lose weight. And I'm not talking about inches from around your waist. I'm talking about the weight of the emotional baggage that you're carrying around as a result of the anger and the resentment. A lot of us don't want to have those difficult conversations or exchanges because there's always a risk involved. There's a risk of being rejected. There's a risk of that conversation going wrong, or there's a risk of just having to deal with an outcome we don't want to deal with. But let me share with you one great reward that far outweighs any of those risks, and that's the reward of emotional freedom, the kind of freedom that enables you to breathe again, feel good, smell the roses, see life in an entirely different light, the light of lightening up. So very important to create that plan. John Mayer has a famous song, and it's called Say. Say what you need today. Today, it's a wonderful time in terms of technology. You have so many options to say it. You can say it in Skype. You can say it via email. You can say it over the phone. You can send a letter. Multiple ways to connect, get things off your chest. So pick one. What's most important is that you just create that plan. And 4, this is a big one, and you knew it was coming. It's forgiveness. Just, the thought of forgiving certain things trips us up sometimes because, we want to withhold that peace. My grandfather had a famous saying, and, he said this throughout his life. We can't dig a grave for anyone else without burying ourselves. I want to share a story with you that may give you a bit of a different twist on forgiveness. A young boy is having a fundraiser at school, and he comes home after the fundraiser and he says, you know, Mom, I was selling candy all day, and at the end of the day, when it was time to count the money in the envelope, there was $15 missing. And I talked to my friend, and he admitted that he had stolen the $15 because he wanted to go to the movie over the weekend. And I went and talked to my teacher, and I talked to the principal, and I'm so angry at him, I just don't think I can forgive him. And his mother said, well, let me ask you this. What do you think the teachers think of him now? And he said, well, they probably think he's a thief. And then the mom said, what do you think, how do you think he's going to rebuild that trust? How long do you think it's going to take? And the boy said, it's probably going to take a really long time. And Mom says, how long do you think it's going to take him to rebuild the trust in your relationship? Son gave the same answer, a long time. And then lastly, she said, what do you think his parents are going to do to him when they find out? And he says he's going to be punished. He's probably going to be grounded for a long time. It's not going to be good. And Mom asked the question, well, you know, don't you think that that's punishment enough? When someone has hurt us, you know, really, really, truly, deeply hurt us, the tendency is to want to exact revenge, to want to make sure that they're punished. But I would say to you, release it, let it go, and leave it to the universe to make the correction and to ensure that the proper punishment comes through. It will be taken care of. Our job in situations like that is to make sure that we remain healthy, whole, centered, happy. And to do that, forgiveness is key. And by the way, forgiveness doesn't mean we're going to go out for a burger tomorrow or we're going to go shopping. You can forgive someone and release it. They may never even know about it. You can also forgive someone and have a conversation and wish them well. Perhaps it'll be the last one, but again, that release has taken place. You might also forgive someone and go on to build an even stronger, deeper, more meaningful relationship. But forgiveness is a natural part of life. It's just part of that flow. Give yourself the gift of emotional freedom if there's something bothering you. And I challenge you to do it soon. Get it taken care of in this next week or so. Get it taken care of today if you can, and free yourself to enjoy a wonderful spring and summer. I will see you next time. Thank you.